Alright, so golfers, we're going to get into how to activate your glutes and your lower abdominal muscles, and we're going to do what we call a posterior tilt to the pelvis. And really, visually, what you're looking at, here's your pelvis, and oftentimes a lot of us are so tight through the front of the hips because we sit a lot and other things that tighten up the hip muscles in front, that it tilts the pelvis forward. When I tip the pelvis forward, the low back arches. That's not great for your lower spine. Your lumbar spine doesn't like that. And really we're going to work on an exercise here that's going to do just the opposite thing. It's going to turn your glutes and your butt muscles on, and between your butt muscles and your lower abdominal muscles, it's going to help take the pelvis and do what we call a posterior tilt. It's going to start to tilt it backwards a little bit. We're not trying to see how far we can go to an excessive range. We want to take it back to just its kind of normal position where there's just a slight inward curve, something called neutral spine position. And to do that, we want the glute muscles once again, and the transverse abs, the lower abs, to engage. That's really what's going to make this work. The exercise we're going to do is called kneeling hip extension. We've got a band, we've got two bands, one hooked on each side of the hip. Just a little bit of tension on there. This is not a strength exercise, it's more of an activation or engagement exercise. So I come out a little bit, I've got a little tension there, my ankles and heels are relaxed, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hands on my pelvis, right over the hip trainer, and basically I'm going to tip my pelvis back, and as I do that a couple times, I can then actually feel my glute muscles coming on, I can feel the tension in them, and I can put my fingers on my lower ab muscles. The lower abs are going across this way. I can feel both of those muscles working, and I realize the relationship that when those guys go on, like a bowl of cereal, my pelvis is now, instead of tipping and spilling milk and cereal forward, they're just coming back to this kind of more level position that's a lot easier on my spine. In fact, I can put my hands on my lower back muscles and they're relaxed. They're turned off because the glutes and the lower abs are doing what they're supposed to do. So nice and simple. All I'm doing is maybe 10 reps. My hamstrings are relaxed, my lower back muscles are relaxed, and I'm just simply taking my hands and feeling what it feels like for my glutes and my lower ab muscles to tilt that back, and I'm just going to repeat. If I want to, I can hold it and breathe for 10 or 20 seconds, work on a little endurance. This is critical in developing that stability in the lower back. So that as you swing a golf club, your lower back isn't supposed to turn. It's your glutes and lower abdominal muscles are going to give you that stability and help reduce that pain on the lower back.